Stephen A., real quick. When I say lifetime contract in sports, what's the first thing you think of?
Lifetime contract in sports?
Do you recall who was offered a lifetime contract?
I don't recall, Max.
Magic Johnson.
Got it. 25 years. 25 years at $1 million.
Right. That's
basically
Dr. Jerry Buss, the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss, the greatest owner by far in the history of American team sports, said, Magic Johnson, back then it was unthinkable. $1 million a year for an NBA player for 25 years, basically a lifetime contract. Oh, my God. How would he have made? Would that have been a good deal for the Lakers? Yes or no? That would have been an amazing deal for the Lakers and a bad deal for Magic. When you identify someone you believe is special, obviously I'm sure there's a morality clause. If some great scandal happens, I'm sure he doesn't keep the contract, I would assume. But when you identify that special difference maker, these kind of things tend to look better for the team or the franchise or business that offers that difference maker, the long-term deal, in this case the forever deal, than it is for the individual. Their value should continue to rise. The team usually makes out. This is a good deal for Kentucky, and I also believe, because it's such, like, he's done so well there and seems happy there, a good deal for Calipari.
Go ahead, Coach.
All right, it's great. Here's the deal. If John Calipari wasn't producing, he wouldn't want to be there. So, I mean, if he's not producing, if he's not winning games, if he's not recruiting well, if he's not competitive, you won't have to worry about that lifetime contract because he'll be out the door because that's just the way he is. He's too competitive. But Kentucky, the job is not for everyone. He is the perfect fit for Kentucky and the Big Blue Nation. You see, here's the deal. Not everyone can deal with the Big Blue Nation. You know, John Calipari, they're not a burden. They're his drug. He lives for them. He connects with them. He calls them crazy because, you know what? They are crazy, but he understands they're crazy, and their crazy is his motivation to what he does and what he's been able to do. So, to me, it's a perfect fit. And, you know, if all the people
Coach,
say, well, he used UCLA, he didn't use UCLA because I know for a fact John's had this deal on his desk. He's had this deal on his desk for over a month.
Coach, I got that, and I understand that, but with all due respect, you're being evasive because we're not talking about John Calipari. We know how great he is, even though he's only got one championship in 27 years as a head coach. The fact of the matter is religiously going to the NCAA tournament, going to Final Fours. The man is a highly successful coach, one of the elite coaches ever in the history of college basketball. We get that. I'm talking about overall the issue of a lifetime contract. For when you sit in a position where you get to hold people accountable every day, if they don't produce, you know what? I'm sorry. It don't matter what you did last year. What have you done for me lately? I'm saying, how come that should not apply to coaches?
Here's the deal, Stephen A. First of all, John Thompson, he's the Georgetown coach emeritus. He's on a lifetime contract. Jim Calhoun.
Come on, Coach.
Come on, Jim
Calhoun. His son was coaching the team, Coach.
When he left UConn.
Come on, Coach. You know what I'm saying.
He had the same kind of deal. Look, this is a very unique situation. This isn't for everyone. But you know what? John Calipari is not for everyone. He's not everyone.
Agree.
He's a unique coach. You know what? You go outside the box. You do extraordinary things for extraordinary people. And John Calipari is different. He has proven he is different. And if you're Kentucky, let me ask you something. It's easier to afford to pay John Calipari and give him that contract than if he leaves and have to replace him.
Coach, if anybody deserves it, he does. I get it. I'm talking about the premise of a lifetime. It don't matter what you do for the rest of your career, John Calipari. You're staying. It doesn't matter what you do for the rest of your career. Coach K, even though Coach K is 72 years old.
That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
Coach, Stephen A.,
by the way, you're so fired up, your hand just hit Max in the face.
That's right.
But here's the deal. You know Cal. I mean, Max, you don't know John as well as Stephen A. does. He's a lifelong friend of mine. If he's not producing,
he'd leave. He'd quit.
He would be out the door.
But I'm not talking about him.
He will produce.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about any lifetime contract.
When you talk about that, are you saying, like, there's some people who are internally motivated, right? You think a contract's going to change the way Calipari?
No, Max. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not. Y'all are getting to me because I'm not talking. It's not about Calipari. I'm talking about the issue of a lifetime contract for anybody. Anybody.
You don't have one of those?
You don't have. Hell no. Hell no. I got 2 years to go. Okay.
Know why?
No way.
Know why?
Lifetime.
You know why people don't have lifetime contracts, Stephen A? A lot of them. It would be in the best interest of the team. They believe they'll be worth more in the future. Why give those rights away a couple years from now?
I'm just saying that if you're in a position to hold people accountable, get the job done or else. Why should you reach a point where you're absolved from that responsibility, no matter who you are? That's all I'm saying. Not Calipari, anybody.
Well, Magic Johnson, as I said,
I didn't think he deserved it, Max.
You're right. He deserved
But
much
they
more
would've got
than
him
$1 million
cheap.
a year.
I'm just talking about the premise of a 25-year deal or a lifetime
but when
contract.
you say you don't think
No.
Magic deserved it, when you have a Magic Johnson, you do not need to worry about, well, what if we need to hold him accountable? Magic hold himself accountable.
Can I interrupt this for a
I got
second?
news for y'all, Coach. Based on what y'all saying, I guess I should. ESPN need to talk to me about a lifetime contract.
You would sign a lifetime contract?
Hell no.
Let me represent you.
see?
Here's the deal.
Not lifetime.
Right.
Here's the
You
deal. Cal
wouldn't
doesn't
sign
need-
it.
And they wouldn't offer it.
All right.
Go ahead, Coach.
Here's the deal. John Calipari doesn't need a lifetime contract, but Kentucky needs John Calipari. And what I'm saying is, it's not like John Calipari's short in the pocket. It's not like John Calipari needs that paycheck to retire. It's not like John Calipari is not making $9 million a year right now. It's not like Kentucky doesn't want him to be their coach the next 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So why is Kentucky giving him this lifetime contract? They're giving, in this particular case, they're giving this lifetime contract to show how much they appreciate him, want him. And you know what? Who's going to be a better ambassador for Kentucky than John Calipari? He
I'm
will
not
raise
questioning
them
that,
more
Coach.
than they'll pay him.
You
And by the
still
way,
have not
I'll go
answered
speak
my
to-
question.
I'll
Why
go
don't you
speak
take-
to
why don't
Norby.
you take-
I think
take
you should at least
Calipari.
get a 6-month extension.
How about that? 6 months. I appreciate that, Coach. I'm so touched. I'm so touched. Hey, man, I'm lucky if I get
Coach,
that.
I have one question.
All I'm trying to say to you, Coach, is you're ignoring it. It's not about Calipari. No, a lifetime contract. How come you couldn't say an 8-year deal or a 10-year extension
Coach,
as opposed to a lifetime?
Coach,
You ain't
one
going anywhere
question.
for the rest of your life.